All right, good evening. This is the August 4th, 2021 Cottage Grove City Council meeting, which I'm calling to order. The first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance, so if you please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, will the clerk please do the roll?
Councilmember Mills.
Here.
Councilmember Dennis.
Here.
Councilmember Thiede.
Here.
Councilmember Olson.
Here.
Mayor Bailey.
Here. Next on our agenda is open forum. This is the opportunity that allows the citizens to speak on anything that's not on tonight's agenda is welcome to do so. We did have a sign-up sheet out front, but nobody did sign up. So in the event that somebody made it in and wants to speak, is there anybody at all? All right, not seeing any. We'll go ahead then and close the open forum part of our meeting. We'll move to adoption of the agenda.
Motion to adopt the agenda.
We have a motion by Councilmember Dennis, second by Councilmember Olson. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Moving right along, we're to number 6, which is presentations. We have a special one this evening. The Ravine Landing Partnership, and our Washington County Commissioner Wayne Johnson is going to grace us tonight with his presence and talk to us about this great project. Welcome, Wayne.
Thank you, Mayor, council members. It's the first time I've been here when you've been all together. So it's see how long that lasts, unfortunately. But it's good to see everybody. It's been a while. I wanted to come in today. We had, as you know, a little while ago, a few weeks ago, the ribbon cutting for the Ravine Park. And beautiful building. I think a lot of people are appreciating it. And I wanted to come in and recognize the partnership we had with the city. That all these projects get done for our citizens is based on partnerships, that can't get anything done. We all have to work together. So what I wanted to do is bring this in recognition of that. And plus, I also brought you in so you don't forget me for too much. So, the mayor was down there, came down there with us and for that day and spoke, and a lot of great memories were shared down there. The mayor, you shared what it meant to you, and that's what we had the representatives and the senator down there. So don't want to take up a lot of time, but I wanted to bring this in to present to you in appreciation of the continued partnership with this project and moving forward. And this is a memory of that day. So.
Fantastic. Well, thank you.
Okay.
And I thank you too, obviously, being there and all that work you did. That building is absolutely amazing, by the way. I actually made a comment to our staff already too. I said, we have to rent that for one of our retreats or something, because it's really cool. And I also like the fact that you're going to be renting skis and fishing poles and things like that out of the facility down there. And the last thing I'll share is I've been telling people, actually even last night at the Night to Unite, about the fact that you can go down there. If you don't want to do it online, you can go down and get your park pass and go right in there on certain days of the week. It's not open all the time, but there are specific times. And then they can check out how nice that park is and all the new amenities that are down there. So thank you for doing this in Cottage Grove, obviously. Wayne, you're from here. And the fact is, I think the citizens are really going to enjoy it more so now as everything is all interconnected with the trail system. So. And
the good thing, Mayor, is that the fishing poles are free, so you don't even have to rent them. You just go down there, and it's a great opportunity for parents to provide an experience for their kids for fishing. And I hear they pull fish out of there. So,
yes, they do.
So I see it's always busy, so that's the good thing. So
fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, should I just leave this here then?
Yeah, bring it up.
Why don't you go down, Myron?
Yeah, I'll go down.
So.
Scott's here.
Jennifer, are you taking a picture? Absolutely. Awesome. Thank you. All right, thank you again. That's really nice picture to have. Next item on our agenda is consent. Is there anything council would like to pull on consent? Councilmember Mills?
Letter I, please.
Letter I. All right. Any other items, council? All right, seeing none, we'll just move right to letter I, which is accepting some donations.
All right, thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to recognize a few folks that have made some donations during this first half of the year. We have Hy-Vee that donated for the 4th of July fireworks, Don and Margie Welch towards the Memorial Park bench, Steve and Kathy Dennis donated towards Safety Camp, Lions Club of Cottage Grove for Safety Camp, and we also have a donation by Renewal by Anderson for general use. So we certainly appreciate all these donations that have been given to the city and certain projects that have either happened or will be happening. So thank you to those folks who did that.
Fantastic, thank you for recognizing. All right, any other comments on consent?
I'll move consent.
All right, we have a motion by, for consent by Councilmember Olson, second by Councilmember Thiede. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. So if you're here for anything on tonight's consent calendar, all of those items have now been approved. We're moved to number 8 already, which is approved disbursement. 8A is to pay the bills.
Motion to pay the bills.
We have a motion by Councilmember Dennis,
Second?
second by Councilmember Mills. I almost said, I saw you looking. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Number 9 is public hearings. We do have one public hearing this evening. A is the Hinton Woods easement vacation, final plat, development agreement, and development plan. And Mike Marosla, see, I did it for you there.
Well done.
There we go. We're all having fun with my pronunciation of names. But Mike is going to take us through this one, so thank you, Mike,
Thank you, Mayor.
and welcome.
Sorry for the delay, Mayor and Council. It looks like the computer reset, so I'll pull up my presentation.
It's always fun when these kind of technical things happen right in the middle of the meeting, right?
Well, if you need Dave to sing a song or tell some jokes,
Oh,
I'm sure we can talk him into it. Yeah,
Look at his head goes, whoa, yeah, I'll do
yeah.
it.
All right, we're back.
Appreciate you saving us from Dave's jokes.
Well, I was well ready to start tap dancing. All right. Good evening, Mayor and Council. Tonight we're going to talk about Hinton Woods. They have submitted an application, D.R. Horan, for a utility easement vacation, which requires a public hearing. Also, we're going to discuss the final plat development agreement and plans and specifications. First, though, we're going to talk about the easement vacation. The subject property is located south of 65th Street and to the west of Hinton Avenue. D.R. Horan's requesting to vacate some existing utilities. The existing utilities provide services to the Silverwell development to the north. We are specifically vacating, as part of this application tonight, the green one here, the sanitary sewer. Washington County does have an easement on the property as well, and they are working through the process of Washington County to vacate that easement at this time. But tonight, we are just vacating just the sanitary sewer easement as shown on the screen. The reason why the applicant is requesting to relocate it is because they have to enlarge the pond as part of this development application. So the proposed sanitary sewer will move, it's the yellow line on the screen here, out of the ponding area, and then will be within public right of way. As I previously said, the county is working, the applicant's working with the county to vacate the other easement. And also on the screen here, you can see where the current route is of the sanitary line here in green. So that's the current route, and the yellow is the proposed. Then, as part of this application tonight, we also are going to discuss the final plat for Hinton Woods. The council approved this item at their May 19th, 2021 meeting. This item did require a comprehensive plan amendment, which was submitted to the Met Council on June 29th. We did receive notification from the Met Council on July 20th that it was approved. The first phase of development is 61 single-family units. This is the west side of the property here. That's all the single-family units as part of this project. And then the applicant is also proposing to construct 100 and plant 116 townhome units, or 11 buildings, as highlighted in orange on the screen. This area will have an HOA maintained area and private streets. And then outlot C here to the south is the remaining outlots that will be completed at a later date and platted at a later date. So that completes my presentation tonight. There is 4 resolutions tonight that need to occur. We have to do them all separately, and I'm available for any questions.
Okay, I think the public hearing part is fairly simple. Is there any questions for council? Yes, Councilmember Olson.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate the information, and this question may be more in line with Mr. Burfine than you, so you two decide. You can wrestle who decides to get the answer. But if you recall, when we went through the initial dialogue about this, we had several neighbors from the neighborhood who expressed a desire to have an outlet onto 65th Street. And one of the reasons that we couldn't do that was because the location for that outlet would really need to be where currently there's stormwater ponding planned. So just to kind of go back a little bit, you know, obviously we're doing a action here to help the developer with that stormwater ponding and be able to change the way some of the utilities are going to be mapped out. So understanding that there's a change in front of us, would that change have any impact whatsoever on the ability for residents of this new subdivision to access 65th Street as was previously requested by the neighbors in Pine Arbor, or is it really a moot point?
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, the action tonight is specifically for the sanitary sewer. So the real issue in question with that access was the stormwater pond, and that is remaining as is. That's the low point. It's actually being expanded to some degree. And even with all that work, we're just able to maintain kind of the requirements we need to meet to not, you know, impound more water on the north side of the road, things like that. So really tonight's for the sanitary sewer and doesn't have much of an impact on that roadway and the location.
So to go back to our conversation from a while back about this, really the issue here isn't whether or not we want to give them access to 65th Street, whether the county agrees to give them access to 65th Street. The real issue is stormwater ponding, which is mandated by the Met Council, and the size of that pond. It's actually going to be expanding from the size that it currently sits at, and that's why we're here tonight having this conversation. Is that accurate?
That's correct, Mr. Mayor, Councilmember Olson. And there's also a wetland, I should add as well, on the kind of northwest side of the property that ties into this area.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Okay. Council, any other questions on this item? All right, seeing none, I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing. Is there anybody who would like to speak on this item? Is welcome to do so at this time. Anybody at all? All right, seeing none, we'll go ahead then and close the public hearing. And we have the motions on the screen before us, so whoever wants to start the process.
Mayor, I'll begin with making a motion to adopt Resolution 2021-099, approving the final plat for Hinton Woods.
All right, so we have a motion by Councilmember Mills, second by Councilmember Dennis. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Who would like to do the next one?
Mayor, I'll do motion number 2, which is to adopt resolution 2021
Yep, three.
where am I at there?
That one right there.
Okay, my bad, apology. Approve the Hinton Wood Development Agreement with D.R. Horton Incorporated, Minnesota.
All right, so we have a motion by Councilmember Dennis, second by Councilmember Thiede. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
And I will move to adopt Resolution 2021-100, approving the development plans and specifications dated July 14th, 2021, prepared by Westwood Professional Services Incorporated, subject to final approval by the city engineer in writing.
All right, so we have a motion by Councilmember Thiede,
I'll second.
second by Councilmember Olson. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. And I think there actually is one more. So it's not on our screen, but it's on the agreement. So does somebody want to take that one?
Mayor, I'll make a motion to adopt Resolution 2021-098, vacating the utility easement.
Is that good? You good? Attorney's good too. All right, so we have the motion by Councilmember Mills, second by Councilmember Thiede. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I think that's what threw you off.
Yep, and I didn't realize that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
No, that's all right.
so-
We got them all, though, so we're good. All right, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, number 10 is bid awards. There are none this evening. 11 is regular agenda. There isn't anything this evening. 12 is council comments or requests, and we'll start with Councilmember Mills.
Mayor will pass, thank you.
All right. Now, Councilmember Dennis.
I'm going to slide mine along too.
Wow, we're going to keep moving here. So, Councilmember Thiede.
I guess I don't really have anything either.
All right, there we go. Councilmember Olson.
All I want to say is thank you to the residents of Cottage Grove for an outstanding night to unite yesterday, which also included sort of a noon event at the senior living centers in town. Boy, it was fun. It was really nice to be able to get out and visit with the neighbors, watch the young ones interacting with our public safety professionals and climbing on the trucks and crawling in the police cars, and just really a positive experience all around. I guess I didn't realize how much I missed it, that we didn't get to do it last year until I was out doing it last night. And it was something very special. We have a great community here in Cottage Grove, and I certainly want to thank all the residents who organized the parties. I also want to thank the public safety team for all of their hard work in getting the parties organized, getting the maps laid out for where each of us had to go to attend various parties, putting together all of the gift bags and all the goodies for each of the parties. I know it's an awful lot of work, but I tell you what, the amount of engagement that I saw yesterday really did my heart good. In this current climate, when it seems like we hear far too often criticism of our public safety professionals, I couldn't be more proud of our team. Everybody I watched at these parties were positive, enthusiastic, energetic, and it was great because, of course, through the course of the night, I bet you I heard 10 or 12 different young people say, that's what I want to do. I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a police officer. We had one young man who said he wanted to be a sniper on the SWAT team. So we're going to watch him. We're going to make sure that I know where he lives, so we'll make sure we keep an eye out. But thank you, everybody, for a really, really great day.
Fantastic. And the only thing I'll piggyback on that for my only comment was the other thing that was really neat to see, other than the larger than normal crowds, I think, this year was the amount of paper products they collected and backpacks filled. I actually saw a picture from Gwen that I think will go up on Facebook tomorrow. The amount that was provided to the Friends in Need food shelf was the most I've ever seen. As a matter of fact, there was a couple parties I had the opportunity to ride with Public Safety Director Pete Kerner, and there was a new party I went to, and it was like overflowing with the amount of stuff. So the generosity of our community is pretty amazing in itself. So thank you to the citizens. Thanks for everybody that went out. And thanks for those that are public safety and the fire and everybody that made their trips around to those parties. All right, next on our agenda is a workshop or workshops open to the public. One is regarding the 2022 to 2026 five-year capital improvement plan. And then the other is the Economic Development Director's position, I believe the description. And then there is no workshop closed to the public, so we won't be adjourning in here, but we, as a council and staff, will be moving to the conference room, or the training room. And so, being that we're signing off from in here, I'll just say goodnight, everybody, and have a great day.